let me just say, sometimes you're going to be trading something and then you stop trading it, you sell too early, and then this happens. Guys, QCOM calls went up so much. It's ridiculous. I had these calls for 5A, and had I held till today, these likely would have been a couple hundred. QCOM calls went up from like $10 to like over $200 to $300. 14,000% gain is ridiculous. This was one of my sim trade on Skylight, and this is for 5A expiration, similar expiration, 320 average entry turned into 1,300 on my active on my sim. I made $3,900, and I could not do that on the real money. And I said it earlier, I was looking at QCOM, I was like, hey, this could be a breakout. I'm not ready for it yet, and it broke out. Now this is not because of QCOM news. This is because the stocks that revolve around it are similar. A lot of the semiconductors, chip stocks. This allowed for this move to happen, and I was like, damn. Well, it's okay because now we have this confirmation breakout and we could start to see further uptrends. So I just wanted to share that. So like AMD, this might start, a monstrous move, and I want to be able to swing it on my own. I had the right idea. Like this, see, look at AMD. It broke out. I had the right idea, and I did not have the balls to take my own idea, and that will kind of sting a little bit, but it's okay. Market always provides opportunities every day, so we'll forget about that. Move on to the next trade. It happens. It happens. It so fucking happens. Today, how did we do today? I think I did pretty good today. Let's go to on the week. While I pull this up, I did 120 on the day. Sorry, I got some allergies. We're back where we started. Almost a month ago. Remember a month ago? We kind of got screwed. Well, now we made new highs. 3,700 profit P&L total since I've started trading this. And in beginning of March, really killed me. And that was not good, So it could have been up $5,000 total, probably a little bit more. 945 on the week. Basically, same as last week almost, which is pretty coincidental. But we did pretty good. And some of the things I need to do is just be patient. Now, what was I not patient on? So I took puts today. I don't know why I had the balls to take puts today. This SPX was minus 20. I tried to take these. Now, these went up to $300 and I didn't hold. I was like, things seemed a little bearish. I was looking bullish first and then bearish. And that's why I transitioned to these puts. So let's go to the day trade chart. So, okay, day trade chart. I like it better. Sorry. So I took my first entry of puts right here. I don't know why. I mean, the Skylit, I think, kind of fooled me a little bit. And I was looking at setups. Too much on there. And that's the problem with these tools. It's a confirmation tool. It's not going to direct you on where it's going to go. It's just to help you with your bias. Now, okay, so high of day was pretty big range. $2. We had a bigger range yesterday. We started dipping down, breaking towards our EMAs. I was like, okay, cool. I think this is following the trend. Now, on Skylight, what was I seeing? So this was the open. So I'm going to enhance, keep going, boom. The biggest thing I saw this week was a Keynote 701. Remember I said, you want to look at your charts first, then look at the gamma regime. What's it looking like? Positive, negative gamma. Positive, going to be trending day, so choppy action. Negative gamma, a lot of gamma negative nodes, which is going to be Barney nodes, which are purple. You want to, that's good for volatility, for sharp, price, cut throughs. So it's going to be faster moves. And then to see if all the indexes line. Now, SPY had this really big node at 701. I'm like, holy crap. Like, what the hell's going on? Then we got QQQ. But it's just starting, So let's keep going. And we got to wait till things change. And what was scary is like, okay, we have all these negative gamma nodes. We could flush down. But QQQ and SPY don't communicate the same thing. And SPX, they all didn't communicate the same. So I had to wait. But I got a little too impatient. I saw this keynote forming right here. There was some volume coming up there. But I was like, you know what? SPY and QQ look a little bearish. And then we did look a little bearish in the beginning. That's why I took my 2 puts, which you'll see here, which I'm not proud of because I didn't exit out as quick as I wanted to. Yeah, I could have preserved way more profit, at least $50 more, but it's okay. Just get out. I didn't size up crazy. I sized up a little bit bigger on today because I took 5 contracts and I was trying to scalp out of them. And even though I tried to scalp out of them, I still missed out on a lot of profit. So that was a no-go. As soon as we started breaking up, I was like, no, this is not good. 5 minute EMA was closing. 15-minute EMA was looking more bullish. It kept bouncing off that 50 EMA. And then what was I saying? Why did I make this transition? 7:15. So 7:15 comes around, and look at the change. So 7150 king node. Then our flooring comes up. This is a rolling of floors. So when it's a rolling of floors, that means the downside is going to be limited from 648 all the way up to 658. And I thought that was a pretty big range. I was kind of like a little scared. I was like, man, what if we really drop today? But nope. You see, nodes kept on forming above. The downside kept on decreasing. This was decreasing, which made me feel better. I was like, all right, cool. Now, the only thing that was concerning was this strike at 701. Huge king node. And it was been a whole week. And I think it was getting people scared. Like, wait, we got to be careful because this was a bit interesting. It was an interesting day. Sorry. And as you can see, I took calls at the right time. I think I got a little bit too high because as soon as I exited, I thought we were going to pop from there. Well, we actually rejected and went a little lower, establishing and increasing support. And I was like, okay, you know what? It's fine. I added 4 contracts right here, so I was a little bit deep in the money. Not deep. I was a little bit red. But then as soon as we get this big candle surge, I'm like, nope, this is starting. And then I added 1 more contract. No, not even 1 more contract. I think I had a total of 6 contracts overall, I believe. No. Did I really? Am I looking at the right one? No, 5 contracts. Okay. Thought I had 6 contracts. Pretty sure I had 6 contracts. I might have not posted that one. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I might have not posted that one. That's odd. Let me see. We're going to go here. I don't remember that. And then when you upload it on here, it's like identified as like a strangle. It's weird. It is so weird. This is not the best. It's not accurate, but yeah. Oh, I forgot. See, I took 6 contracts. See, 1, 2, that's 5, that's 6. Ah, I missed 1. I look like an idiot. But yeah, that explains the 120 on the day. So the math might not have added up. I'm going to add that later. But yeah. Anyways, these nodes kept on forming above. So I was like, all right, well, this is good. That means we're going to hit 663. But what I didn't like was a positive gamma. Do you see this environment? Positive. This was negative. But I was like, I don't know. With QQ, it was more chop. I mean, it kept going trending higher, and that's what I want. But man, it's testing my patience with the bag holding. I want to be able to ride the profits a little bit longer. I took profit here. I took off 2 contracts here, 2 contracts there. So that's a 2, shitty 2. And then I had, I think, 1 more here, and I took my last one the next 5 minutes later. So I know it's a little bit scattered, but just know I took 4 in total around this time frame at the 8:15 time frame. Then 8:20 time frame, I took another one, and then the last one, 8:25, I took it off. And all I had to do was wait 10 more minutes, and then we get this rally up. And I was like, I told my brother, I'm like, holy crap, this would have been the ideal area to sell on that pop, and that's what I have to wait for. I mean, if I want to extract more profits, and this was given, the king node was there. It acts like a magnet, and it is a magnet because you see we started going towards there. 8:15, 8:30. Look, you see all these nodes start lighting up at the top. Then we have a negative gamma environment above. So I'm like, whoa. And I was already trying to get ready for work. I did not get ready. I always get ready for work so you don't stress about getting out of trade. And our king node moved up to 7:15. Remember when we had this node? This is the thing. So we need to see decreasing in volume below the strike price. So this was big. This was huge. 701. Then I noticed 708 started coming around. I'm like, whoa. I told my brother, I'm like, hey, 708 lighting. When did I start lighting? Way earlier. When I got in around 7:50. Yeah. I entered. My entry was around 7:20-ish. 7:20. Yeah, 7:15. I know I'm fumbling a little bit. Oh, shit. Where is it? Close this. Close that. So yeah, this node started growing more and more, and I was like, hey, I told my brother, I'm like, hey, dude, that node's growing. We're going to go to the upside. And it did confirm it. The ceilings kept going up higher and higher. And then what do you know? We end up hitting 663, almost 664. Now, this acts as a ceiling. So this king node could also be considered an area of resistance, which it was. And we did end up hitting, wicking off at 654, I think like twice. One right there. Oh, bad one. Yeah, like just above it. So I thought this was amazing. Man, I just was this close to getting a little bit more profit on the day, but I will take it. I've had a killer week. I mean, I shouldn't have closed this. I'm gonna go back on here. I've had a killer week. 2 consistent weeks in a row. Guys, I've been green every almost for 3 weeks straight, and this is good. I love this. This is good. My strategy is working. The Skylight tool is working, and yeah, you know, that's pretty much it for the day trades. And okay, so I'm gonna add that next one because that did not make sense. Because oh shit, I'll probably look like a retard. Anyways, join this guy, guys. Please, like, join. They know how to swing trade, but these were on my own. All this stuff was on my own because you have to learn how to fish on your own. They teach you how to swing, but I'm learning how to fish on my own because I don't want to be, I guess, reliant on someone. This was part of their trades. Guys, AMD, this is why I like swinging. Or this was a day trade. AMD went crazy from $3 to $17,000, 150 to 17K. That's absolutely insane. Some people traded that. Today was absolutely ridiculous, and this is why I love trading. So here, positive gamma regime. Dealers are forced to buy dips and sell rips, leading to dampened price action and chop, but it also can mean a trend day. Keep trending one way or another. Doesn't mean it'll. Positive gamma doesn't always mean a very choppy day. It can head towards a trend, towards slowly going up, but it's not going to be like fast. The only time it gets like fast is when the nodes start lighting up, when they start getting purple. So we'll see 840, 1140. Pacific Standard Time. Look how the nodes get purple. Ready? Watch. Start changing a little bit. Boom. This environment right there, this is what you want. This is what you want, and that's how things start getting, potentially squeezing. This could have sliced up to 667. Trump came out with the news. Say news came out and ceasefire happened, we probably could have sliced up to 67. It would have been a crazy day. But that didn't happen today. So that's just a little bit of education. Now I'm taking swings. This is from no. This one is from the Discord. One of the guys are pointing this out. I'm taking bubble calls. Why am I swinging these? I'll show you guys in the chart, and BA as well. Small cap stock. Do you guys care about that? I don't know. Today I kind of got shit on. Yeah, I really got shit on today. I mean, give back $35. Small caps is a little hard, and I know you guys are asking, why do you trade this? Why just stick with your options? This is on a separate account, so to me, my feelings are kind of they're separate. They're separate on both accounts, and I have that way on purpose. It's done on purpose. But I love small cap stocks when it's hot. When it's hot, it's like, whoa, you made that how much time? Like, did you make that in? It's pretty quick. And I think it's very rewarding, but it does require me to get up a little bit early. So I am debating, sticking with it. I don't know. I should be more consistent with it. And the more I traded this week, I lost. But it's okay. I'm not beat down. I'm grateful that I have another strategy that I can rely on, swinging in option day trading. Now, BA, why am I taking this one? So BA, I noticed some people talking in the Discord about this one. Not in the one I mentioned previously, but the Discord for Skylit. Someone brought this up, and they were looking at BA, and I was like, hey, let me look at this chart on my own, and let me look at it. Like, where can I target this? Now, I'm giving myself much more time, and sorry, I know I stutter. When I'm excited, I'll stutter. So hold on. So BA 255 calls. I may add more to these, and I am looking. So I said, okay, look at the chart, or look at the open image. So this is BA. This is the gamma exposure. So today we had up to 232.50. That was a king node for this week. I have my contracts out for 528. Look at the king nodes here. We have a king node at 255 and 250. That's gonna bring the stock up. But the charts are first. Charts are first. Never look at that just only by its own, because you never know. Now this broke out the 200. This is exactly how I want it to be. 9 over the 20, 9 over the 50, 9 over all that over the 200. Now BA, I did not chart this as well. I did this all on my phone because I was away. I'm not at home sometimes when I look at all this stuff, and I'm like, you can learn to do this on your own. Why 255? Well, resistance right there at 255. There's the top. Let's see, we have 255.14. That's an area that we might target. We're already going above this 200 moving average. This can look pretty good. Other targets I might maybe hopefully hope for. 268, but I don't know. We'll see how much I'm willing to add and hold, because I've seen how crazy swings are. It's absolutely wild. Like, you guys are seeing bits of the proof, and if you guys join the Discord, you guys will understand why I'm so excited, because there's so much opportunity. I missed out on a lot of opportunity, but there's way more opportunity to come, and it's all from me. I need to learn how to fish on my own and just continue learning and charting. So the daily looks good, weekly looks good, 4 hour looks amazing. So I will, that's why I took that. Now the Babel calls, someone else charted this, and I was like, okay, cool. They did it pretty good. They mainly look at the 4 hour chart, but they look at other stuff. So Baba, this is for next week expiration. I took 3 contracts. I think, yeah, 3 contracts. I'm trusting because these usually hit pretty well. This is breaking out the 4 hour. We could see another touch at the 143 as a retest. We'll see within the next couple of days. Baba sometimes can move pretty well. So we'll go here. So that's a 4 hour chart. Now, before I'll show you the gamma regime or the gamma exposure. Now, how's the weekly looking? So the weekly is still a little bit of weakness, but it looks like we're trying to break through the 50 EMA. We're above the 200, so that's a good sign. We're not, gonna hit some major resistance. So, I mean, for a week out, for like 7 or 5 days actually, because remember Saturday, Sunday still count part of the expiration day. So 144 is the ideal price target as that high, but 140 I'm okay with it. Say something happens, goes up to 140, I'm selling right away. I'll be making a lot of money. And let's see. The daily is the one that's a little bit weak. So we're gonna have to push through the 140. The 140, I'm pretty sure they looked at this and saw the 200 moving average, because all the strategies are all similar. They look in the same things. That 200 moving average resistance, that is something that you could expect a rejection at. So it hits 140 before the expiration date, it's fine. I'm going to take my profit and run because I have plenty of time, or decent amount of time. Now, the gamma on this one, so we'll close this. The gamma profile, so this is something that people were telling me. So open image in new tab. So this is a sort of stair step. You see how this is sort of stair stepping? I asked some people in the Discord, or the people who've used this tool longer, and they said this is typically bullish. You're saying increase in king node, that with the chart, of course, that's going to support a bull thesis going. And I know I have until May 1st, but this next king node right there, May 1st, is 140, and that can bring the attention. You see right here, the king node is 137, 138, and the double king nodes, which is the same as double pika, can be considered a wall. That is considered as a resistance. Now, next week, that's not there, so we could really push to 140, possibly overshoot to 141. Sometimes these negative gamma nodes are really good. It's not positive gamma. Negative gamma is what you want, because that's how you know, or you can be confident that the price will break through. There's not resistance. There's not that much resistance. That's a resistance. So yeah, and it'll change throughout the week too. So hopefully you guys found that useful. I really think that these will hit, and we'll see next week. I'm looking forward to taking more swings. I left a lot of money on the table, guys. Just look at this. I took ARM. For those of you guys that remember, oh my gosh, guys, ARM, ARM. Guys, I sold this way too soon. You guys can do the math. I'll show you the position I had on ARM not too long ago. I'm pretty sure it was earlier this week, Tuesday. Guys, these contracts went up to $3,000 fucking dollars, because look at how much ARM went up. 234, right? 234. Even though the expiration date was on there, 180. So this price, I mean, at its peak, 236, probably like $4,000 to $5,000 from that one contract alone. So Tech really won this week, and there's more earnings next week, but wow. This is why I like swing trading, because how to hell this, you guys can do the math. Go ahead, see what they were for today. I don't know if you can. I'm trying. I don't know. I try to find the other people that did some swings. Let me see here. Let's go here. Let's go ARM. Let's see. I'm pretty sure people posted the gains, and if I can find one, I will show you. This is absolutely wild. Let's see. Guys, look at this. From April, this is from 2 days ago. This is just from 2 days ago. One contract at 2,220, and this was already, the current price was 194. Now imagine 30, 40 more dollars. Ridiculous. This is why I am interested in, well, this is why I'm already doing swing trading. Like, you cannot convince me that, I'm not going to deviate from this. I'm missing out on a lot of money, way too much money to miss out. And I feel like the only thing I'll say about that is holding, because my Palantir calls, I didn't take the other one. When I sold the Palantir, I believe Wednesday, I didn't sell that second contract that same Wednesday. I sold the next day for a loss. So that's the only risk. Something happens, hey, but man, that's just a little taste of what you guys have seen. And try to convince me to not swing trade, tell me it's risky. ETFs, swing trading, I don't know. Those are a little hard. I feel like the individual stocks are a little bit better because they can always outperform the markets. Even though the markets are dumping slightly, some can still outperform. Guys, it's been an amazing week. I'm super blessed, and my potential is limitless. Right now, my potential is so much higher. There are people making 4, 5, 6K this week, and they're using less capital than I am, and that's all because all they've done is swing trading. So less is more. That philosophy holds real, and I just want to be able to fish on my own. So I'm learning how to do better. Just gotta be a bit more patient. Hold a little bit more longer, a little bit longer. I did right on scalping out, but I gotta have more faith in holding. If the structure's there, I gotta have more faith in holding. So hopefully these Baba calls and the Boeing calls, they are looking pretty great. I'm looking to add on the Boeing. When everybody's looking at the same thing, it's really helpful because you and the community are in it together. No one's in this alone. I've learned no one is in this shit alone. We're all here to win. My cut looks kind of fucked, but my hair's just messy. Anyways, and it's been a long fucking day. Anyways, though, guys, take care. We'll hit it back next week stronger. We're gonna hit it back next week. This next week's gonna be good. I don't see myself, doing anything. I shouldn't do anything risky. Just keep, you risk light. And I'm reinvesting my profits into other stocks like Poet. I forgot to even show you guys. I keep saying buy, but I want to show you guys a lot. Poet, I did trim a little bit on a position. Poet, I'm up officially $1,000. This hit 1650. I wanted 1,000 shares and I just couldn't. I sold like 50 of them, but man, fuck. Hey, but I'm still gonna hold these. This is generational. The whole idea of all this stuff is AI infrastructure. What is gonna support the AI building, and these are chips that can help with AI. AI tech, AI and edge AI, like application based. That's gonna take over. That's the next theme. So, all right, take care, guys. Peace.